Howdy Cowboys Nation. Join Lone Star Legends TV for all things Dallas Cowboys. As the Dallas Cowboys near the end of their training camp, the competition for roster spots is heating up, and the clock is ticking for players on the bubble to prove they belong on the final 53-man roster. With only a handful of practices left, every rep counts, and 24-year-old wide receiver Jalen Brooks is one of the players making the most of his opportunities. In the Cowboys' first padded practice of the week, Brooks delivered what many are calling his best performance of camp, solidifying his case for a coveted spot on the team. Brooks has been in a tight battle for one of the final wide receiver positions, facing stiff competition from fellow hopefuls. However, today's practice may have shifted the tide in his favor. Showcasing his deep ball skills, Brooks made not one but two spectacular catches down the field, drawing cheers from teammates and coaches alike. These weren't just routine catches, they were plays that demonstrated Brooks' ability to stretch the field and make contested grabs, qualities that the Cowboys desperately need in their receiving corps. While some onlookers might debate whether Brooks managed to get his foot down on that first catch, the fact remains that he's consistently making plays that get noticed. Jalen Brooks' stock has been steadily rising throughout camp. Coming into training camp, there were questions about whether Brooks could stand out in a crowded field of wide receivers. But day by day, he has answered those doubts with his play on the field. His ability to track and secure deep passes, even in tight coverage, has been a highlight of his camp performances. Brooks has also shown a good understanding of the playbook, running crisp routes and demonstrating reliable hands, traits that any coaching staff values highly. Today's practice might be the tipping point that propels Brooks into the final roster. Not only did he make big plays, but he also earned a spot on the 2024 Training Camp Star of the Day leaderboard, joining elite company alongside Cowboys stars like Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and Brandon Cooks. This is a significant achievement and speaks volumes about the level of play Brooks has been delivering. It's becoming harder to imagine a scenario where Brooks isn't part of the team when the Cowboys kick off their season on September 8. However, it's essential to acknowledge that the NFL is a league where nothing is guaranteed until the final roster is set. While Brooks has made a strong case for himself, the battle for those last few wide receiver spots remains fierce. The Cowboys have depth at the position, and other receivers are also vying for the same opportunity. Even with his standout performances, Brooks must continue to prove that he belongs. The coaches will be scrutinizing every move in the remaining practices, and a single off day could jeopardize his chances. Additionally, while Brooks' ability to make big plays downfield is impressive, the Cowboys will also be considering other factors such as special teams contributions, consistency, and versatility. Brooks has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency is key in the NFL, and the team needs to be confident that he can perform at a high level week in and week out. As the Cowboys approach the regular season, the pressure is mounting for Jalen Brooks and others on the roster bubble. The next few practices will be critical in determining whether Brooks makes the final cut. While he has undoubtedly boosted his chances with his recent performances, the NFL is an unforgiving environment where nothing is set in stone. Brooks has proven that he deserves to be in the conversation, but whether he makes the final roster will ultimately come down to how he performs in these final, crucial days of camp. For Cowboys Nation, the excitement around Brooks' potential is palpable. He's a young, hungry player who has worked his way up through the ranks, and his story resonates with fans who love to see underdogs succeed. But as always, the NFL is about results, and only time will tell if Brooks' hard work will pay off with a spot on the Cowboys roster. Cowboys Nation, we want to hear from you. What's your take? Has Jalen Brooks done enough to secure his spot on the Cowboys' final roster, or do you think the competition is still wide open? Perhaps you have your eye on another player who might be flying under the radar. We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below, and don't forget to participate in our community poll on whether Brooks should make the final 53-man roster. Your voice matters, and we're eager to hear what Cowboys Nation thinks as we head into the final stretch of training camp. Let's keep the conversation going. Your opinions are what make this community strong.